Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we're going to continue on with the wide body Forester. Let's do it. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. If you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button and the post notification bell to stay up to date with this project and many of my other ones. That being said, let's get into it. Okay guys, so last episode we finished off with about to wax these up with release mold. I've done that. I've done 6 layers over the last 20 hours, and I just rubbed it, the last one off probably. I just got the wax off probably about half an hour ago. So it says buff the last one off, leave it for about half an hour, and then you can apply your gel coat. So what we need to do is bolt this to there, and we'll mix up some gel coat. I've got about 20 minutes under my belt to get this all done because the missus is going to the gym, so we need to be inside shortly. Alright guys, just bolting this together, and with it being apart for so long, we've had some movement, so hopefully once this is all bolted down we'll check that seam and hopefully it's all sealed and good. Yeah, I think this bit at the top has warped a little bit, so hopefully it's okay. Alright guys, all bolted together. It's all fitting in quite well. We're going to need a bit of cleanup on that top edge when it comes out of the mold. So might do a couple of light coats of gel coat on this, and then a heavier one on this one. So let's mix 200 grams of gel coat. Alright, we've got the 200 in there. To order some more soon if I don't start getting my act together and making stuff. I'm going to put black pigment in there, so 5%, so that is 10 grams. Then I'll do 4 mils of the hardener. So we've got the black in there, gonna put the hardener in. So yeah, this one's gonna have a black top section and white. Then I'll be able to distinguish the mold from the actual piece that's coming out of it. Alright, let's do this. I don't have much time. Alright, we're nearly out of that hardener. Still gotta find where I put my other one. But let's mix this up and get it on. Alright guys, I'm going to do this one first. Brush it on. I'm not too fussed about this on the side here. We'll end up doing multiple layers of this. Come back a bit later. Test it out, how tacky it is, and then we'll do another layer. This will be too thin. So because we've got this that comes back on itself, we will be brushing it on quite light over on that join. We're really getting in there. And we get right up to this edge. This is the first time I've done this on the panel, so hopefully hopefully this comes out good. Right, we'll let that dry and we'll be back out when Mrs. gets back. And I'll test it if it's tacky and then we'll do a second coat. Alright guys, I'm back. Not ready. What over there is, must have mixed it properly. Looks a little bit, or maybe because it's close to the heater. Right there. There. We'll wait a little bit longer and we'll go for a second coat. Alright guys, I'm back. It's about 10:30 now and this one is a little tacky. So let's mix up another batch and get it on. And you can tell it's raining. It's going to be exactly the same as before, so I'm not going to record it. We'll come back once I've done it. Alright guys, I've got the second layer of gel coat on. It's pretty thick. So I think that's going to be it for the gel coat. So I'll come back tomorrow and start with the resin. And I did these. Hopefully we can pop something out here. I did have some epoxy on there, so hopefully it doesn't react to it too much and stuff the mold. I just want to be able to get that out. So we'll try to produce a part from this, but if it doesn't turn out that well, that's okay. As long as it gets released from the mold, I'm happy. But yeah, got fiberglass under there, so I think it's wide enough to do a good pattern. So yeah, we'll come back tomorrow. Alright guys, it's the next night, so it's obviously all dry. So what we need to do is get the fiberglass and cut out the pattern. Once we've done that, we'll mix up some resin and we'll brush it on. Let that get tacky, so then we can actually get around up onto this edge. Make sure it's all good. So with that first one, I will roll it. Then when I'm happy with that, we'll start saturating it with the resin and do the other 2 layers on top of that one. So we'll have 3 layers of fiberglass. And with the mounting, might just get these scraps of carbon that I've got. So got some decent scraps. I'll cut them to make them a bit stronger, and if I do need to grind it down a little bit, the first layer will be the strongest, or the last layer I'd grind down to would be the strongest, should I say. Because this side here is the mounting side. So I think this is where I'm going to have a little bit of trouble with getting the mounting parts the right thicknesses to make sure the panel gaps are correct. But see how we go. Let's do it. Alright guys, I've practically got this rolled out. As you can see, I don't have the ends. So if I rolled it the other way, I'd be able to do the full thing, obviously in one sheet, but I went that way. So this is what we chopped out. So I'll use that for here, and obviously to fill in these sections. Put some more offcuts there. We've got a carbon fibre chopped ready for the mounts too. Alright guys, so I've gone ahead and got a third table in. So this is where all the patterns are. This is my cleanest table I've got. So we've got 3 layers there, 3 layers there, over there, and for that one, got them here, and for the gauge pod, I've got them on the gauge pod and on that clean box there. So I need to mix up some resin and brush it on, let it get a bit tacky. Roll on the first layer, which isn't very important. It is, but it isn't cosmetically. It'd be the last one, but you know, it's the back of a panel. But yeah, and that one doesn't really matter because that's just a mold. But first up, we'll brush it on, let it get tacky, put some carbon fiber on the mounting holes, and like bring it down just a little bit. Some there, some here, some there, 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 and there. And yeah. Alright guys, so I've mixed up the resin. It's got the hardener in there, haven't stirred it yet though. So we're at 99 grams. Hopefully it covers everything. Pretty sure it will. It's going to be a pretty thin coat, so it'll probably go off pretty quick and get tacky. So yeah, I won't be doing this type of recording. I'll be on the tripod because you got to move pretty quick with this stuff. Alright, just finishing up this coat. It was pretty much perfect. 100 grams. Just getting different angles on the light, and you can see little bits where I've missed, but also from doing the pattern in there, I've also got a little bit of dark glass floating around in there. So oh well. Alright guys, about to put some carbon fibre onto the mounts. Make it nice and strong. Wow, that went on really easy. Sick. There we go guys. Carbon fibre reinforced mounts for the guards. Alrighty guys, things didn't go as planned. I only got 2 layers onto the guard. I'll definitely do it a different way on the next one. Didn't even get any onto here, and I managed to get the gauge pod done. You might be able to see there's some carbon in there. Just playing around. But yeah, all the mounts have carbon fibre reinforcement on them. Hopefully 2 layers is good enough. I'm also running out of resin, so each layer is pretty close to 500 grams of resin. So I thought I'd leave it there and see if I can get more gauge pods out, because at least I can sell them, make some more money, and get some more resin to do more. So yeah, so that's me for tonight. We'll come back tomorrow and pop this out, see how it goes, and get the gauge pod out too, see how that one is, because that's a bit of an abomination. So we'll see how it comes out. Hopefully this doesn't fall over during the night. Maybe. Alright guys, it's the next day. It's about 7:30 now. So we are nice and dry. So let's get this apart and pop it out of the mold and see how it looks. Alright guys, so I was stuffed up last night, forgot to clean this, so it's a loss. But I've got all the bolts out, so fingers crossed guys. It's a trim removal tool. How's it gonna look? Not good. So, bit of a stuff up there. Still feels wet. I think in the last clip I said I'd do it different. This is what I'd do different. I'd do the two sections by themselves and then I'd join them together. So I think that is definitely why that's happened. Because wet fiberglass doesn't like being inverted. So yeah, I could easily fix that up. The mount is still there, it's still got the carbon fibre there. And these two mounts look okay. So there's a little bit of work, we could get that back. Let's see if I can pop the rest of this out. Alright, so I managed just to get the trim tool into that edge, and it smells like it's coming out pretty easy. Alright boys, that took a while. I did just pop it, like 2 seconds ago. I haven't had a look at it yet, so not getting my hopes up. Wow, that looks alright. A lot of work to do to actually prep it. That's pretty light. Yeah, put a trim there. Wow. Take you over it. Alright, there it is boys. Mounting. So it's carbon there. It's not too bad. This is all here. This edge is a bit meh. I'll work on that. So this is what I wanted it to be like. So it looks like a normal Fender with the flare on it. But it's actually, it's wired all the way up to there. So this edge here will get taken off. That'll be that extra. That's why I haven't bothered fiberglassing all the way to the edge. But we'll make sure that looks neat. What's going on here? This part of the mold has come off. So part of the mold's come off. That doesn't look right. No, it's not part of the mold. It's probably some filler. Anyway, there's a little cutout for the indicator. This line here doesn't look the best, so we'll have to fill that in. This line up here looks alright, and we'll have to fix up that join. And we'll have to fix up that there. And there's a little bit there. But yeah, next up is trimming it. It is a little bit flimsy, so I might add some more. Might add that extra layer. So I might just push it back into the mold to keep its shape, and then we'll add some extra strength in there. But I'll trim it up before we put it back in the mold. Now get this one out. Alright, so I got it out, and this mold is stuffed. The normal resin killed the epoxy, made it all soft and sticky. Well, that didn't set. Anyway, that's done for. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this episode, I'm pretty keen to see the rest of the build with this wide body front fender for the SF5 Forester. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet, and post notification bell to stay up to date with it. With that being said, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next episode. Bye.